If you have just joined us, this is Business Africa. From the 1.6% previously announced by IMF, Sub-Saharan Africa will experience a further contraction in its gross domestic product by 2.8%, according to the latest World Bank report. It is a consequence of the coronavirus, which the body says will push millions of people into extreme poverty.
The coronavirus pandemic is expected to drive Sub-Saharan Africa towards its first recession in 25 years. According to the World Bank, growth will plummet considerably this year as a result of COVID-19. In its latest report, the institution predicts a 2.8% recession in the region's GDP. These projections are more alarming than those of the IMF, which expected a 1.6% decline in 2020. Nevertheless, both projections illustrate the deepest recession ever recorded by Sub-Saharan Africa. In its recently published World Economic Outlook report, GDP per capita is expected to fall even more sharply, probably pushing millions of people in the region into extreme poverty. The World Bank further states that the region has suffered the effects of the pandemic and economic activity collapse in the first half of this year. However, assuming that the pandemic subsides in the second half of this year, the World Bank projects economic growth in Sub-Saharan Africa to rebound to 3.1% in 2021.
And to support CEMAC economies that are suffering from the effects of COVID-19, the African Development Bank has announced funding of more than $13 million that will be distributed differently depending on emergencies identified. The amounts allocated will be directed mainly towards the management and improvement of healthcare systems. Briskinu and Ignatius Ano have more.
The African Development Bank has granted $13.55 million to the Central African Economic and Monetary Community CEMAC and the Democratic Republic of Congo. The grant is to support the beneficiaries in the fight against COVID-19 pandemic. Of the amount, $10.88 million will go to CEMAC with a grant of $1.22 million for the DR Congo, the AfDB said in a statement. The grant would help provide protective equipment for health workers, the provision of health kits and test kits, and medical ambulances to health facilities. Parts of the funds will also be used to provide training for community workers in contact tracing and monitoring. Support for the resilience of health systems and populations in Chad, DR Congo, and the Central African Republic is also included in the program, including the renovation and equipment of laboratories and health centers. The projects, which will be implemented as a regional public good, includes the establishment of an early warning system in the CEMAC zone.
And with that, we have come to the end of Business Africa this week. Thank you for watching. For more, you can visit our website, africanews.com, available in both French and English. Bye for now and stay safe.